The Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors has announced plans to resume their suspended nationwide strike. This decision follows resolutions reached at an emergency National Executive Council meeting. At a briefing on Tuesday, National President of the association, Dr. Mohammed Sulaiman, insists that this planned action will continue until all demands are fully met.
Oh boy, things about to get really nasty in Nigeria, because how bad or how worse can it get? Because at this point, after all the complaints that Nigerians are having about the standard of living and everything that is going on with the economy and the new tax laws, guess what? Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors are about to give us a new banger by going on strike, and this will not be happening like 6 months time from now. No, it's going to be happening on Monday, the 12th of January 2026. I'm going to be playing some videos and reacting to them, giving you the full details of this particular strike and telling you what I feel about it, because there is so much that they should be having this strike for. There is so many reasons to be going on this strike. No one should feel like they are doing it for no just reasons. Nigeria is not a place where if you keep calm and lie down and allow them pummel you, they are going to eventually say, oh, I'm sorry for trying to destroy you. No, Nigeria is a place where you take the bull by the horn. If the government is not complying to what you ask for, you have to go into more definite actions that will and to be clear on this issue, this strike is going to be an indefinite strike, which means if they go on this strike permanently, we don't know when they are going to be coming back. So like and subscribe to this channel. I'm going to be dropping videos like this, exposing some hidden facts about what the economy, what Nigeria, what entertainment is being like. Like and subscribe, drop your own comments. It really pushes the videos far. And let's get into the video.
Kemi Balogun has more.
The Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors says it will resume its nationwide industrial action by midnight on Monday, January 12th.
Put it in at least.
This comes after its National Executive Council reviewed the level of compliance with agreements reached with the federal government.
So there are some things I want you to take note about in this statement that was being made. The level of compliance to the original agreement, which means the federal government and NARD had an agreement already that would have already made any hopes of a strike being cancelled from the beginning. But why did this strike eventually still is about to hold? And that's because the government that actually approved of the demands of the Nigerian resident doctors late last year now isn't keeping up with the bargain, and they have not eventually met the demands of this association. That is why they are deciding to embark on this indefinite strike. Nigeria will happen to somebody, and the person will be feeling like they throw you jazz from village. You accepted their demands. You promised to actually implement whatever they are asking for, which I will eventually state. And then you haven't done it for months, for weeks, for months going by. So what do you want them to do?
NAD says the strike tag TICS 2.0, no implementation, no going back, will be accompanied by a series of coordinated actions across the country.
The Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors shall resume the previously suspended total, comprehensive and indefinite strike action with effect from 12 a.m. on Monday, 12 January 2026. Accordingly, all members of the Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors in all 91 tertiary health institutions nationwide are hereby directed to withdraw their services completely and indefinitely.
Indefinitely. Do you know what that means for the common man? Do you know how many people are lying in the hospital that actually need intense medical care? Do you know what most Nigerians are going through? Now they have to add the fact that the health system that isn't working well. They will now have to add the fact that even if you still go there, they won't even still meet people to take care of them. This is crazy. Private institutions, medical institutions in Nigeria, we know how expensive they can be. Now, the government institutions, medical institutions that are even still comparatively, they are still kind of expensive. Now, there is nobody to attend to them. But meanwhile, the elites, the whoever, we all know them, they run outside the country to go take medical care. The moment you just hear 2 seconds, but they're outside the country to go take medical care. And now the normal man, the normal citizens of Nigeria have to go through this amount of headache for the people that are making these laws, that are implementing these laws, that don't even visit those hospitals. They don't even go there. If they have malaria, they go to London, they go to India. And this is what we have to face. Remember a few weeks back, Godswill Akpabio collapsed. So-called collapse because allegedly there is still argument if it was real or not, if it was fake. But he collapsed and was taken to London for treatment. He wasn't taken to Lutz or to University of Benin Teaching Hospital. He was taken to London for treatment when he collapsed. These people don't care enough as to check if the Nigerian citizens will be affected by this particular action. Because they know if anything is to happen to them tomorrow, they won't have to wait 24 hours. There will be a private jet waiting for them to take them outside the country for VIP treatment type of health that they are collecting over there.
As part of the plan, all 91 center presidents have been directed to hold Congress meetings and address the media within the next 7 days, in what the association describes as an effort to saturate the public space with its demands. The association also announced center-based protests scheduled to hold from January 12th to 16th, followed by regional demonstrations and a national protest coordinated by the NARD National Officers Committee.
From that 12th, we will engage in peaceful protests within our hospital environment to call the attention of Nigerians and especially government to these demands. And these protests are simple. We will wear our lab coats, we will carry our placards, we will invite the press, the community, and we will just be reminding Nigerians, reminding the federal government, reinstate Lokoja, make sure that our corrected professional allowances are captured in the budget.
NARD insists the strike will only be suspended after the full implementation of its minimum demands. These include the reinstatement of 5 doctors at the Federal Teaching Hospital Lokoja, payment of promotion and salary arrears, and the full implementation of professional allowance structure, with arrears captured in the 2026 budget.
So now, let me break down what these demands are. The first one was reinstatement of 5 doctors at Federal Teaching Hospital Lokoja. These 5 doctors, the story behind their sack was that they were given executive positions in NARDs. Afterwards, they went demanding for better working conditions to improve the standards of doctors in Lokoja. After they protested, they got sacked for these reasons. So these are the people that are supposed to be the leaders among the doctors in that particular hospital that demanded for a better lifestyle for their fellow doctors, and afterwards they got laid off. This is the heartlessness of some people in these government positions that take these decisions. So they want to silence the voices of the doctors, because these 5 doctors that got laid off are actually representative of all the other doctors that doesn't have the voice or the position to demand for these better conditions. Now, the spokesman for those doctors that don't have this particular position to make out their demands, and now the one that is falling for the act of fighting for their other doctors. So NARDS is now going on strike with these particular reasons that those doctors should be reinstated into their positions, because what they did were not wrong. They were only doing the job that was subject to the position they were being given. The second, which is payment of promotion and salary arrears, is self-explanatory. They are owing workers for years, for months, that they should pay them. Now, this particular last demand, which is full implementation of professional allowances with arrears, is due to the fact that whenever Nigerian naira loses its value, it affects the standard of living of anyone receiving salaries. Now, these doctors are saying that whenever this Nigerian naira loses value, the salary that they are being owed or the salary that they are being paid isn't up to the value that it's supposed to be. So naira loses its value from 1,000 naira to $1. Now it becomes 2,000 naira to $1. you that is earning 100,000, the value for that 100,000 falls to 50,000 immediately. So what they are asking for is that as the value of naira falls, that their value in naira, it should be equivalent to what the dollar is at that particular time. And meanwhile, they are asking for arrears as well, which means for all the times that the naira has collapsed and they didn't implement the new exchange rate in their salaries, that they should calculate for those ones and implement it into the salaries that they are being owed. These are the simple demands that they are asking for. These are the demands that are worthy of the position and their importance to the general public. Simple. I don't know if these demands will be met quick enough before people start dying or people start going down in the streets because of health conditions. But I hope that with the fact that this indefinite strike that is nationwide and that will affect every part of federal hospitals in Nigeria will force the hand of government, because most times the government only know force. And this force that the government only respects is the same reason why people like Very Dark Man exist in the first place, because people like that, they know how to use force. They know how to go corrosive on the government. So, anyways, this is my own opinion on this particular matter. Write in the comment section what you think about it. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.